And now we'll move over to Badr. If you can share your screens, and if you have any issues, I can put your slides up as well.
Hi, everyone. My name is Badr. It's nice talking about Hydra today. Thank you, Maggie, and everyone for talking a little bit about it. I'll start off by, I guess, Hydra was founded in 2012, and it was founded on the idea of actually being a pioneer in solving this chicken and egg problem that everyone talks about in hydrogen. And we do so by bringing basically the supply of hydrogen and the demand of hydrogen together. And we do so by using it for commercial fleets. And what is the offer that Hydra brings to the table to these fleets? Well, we bring them hydrogen as a service, and we do that by being able to help them, these fleet operators reduce fuel costs, emissions at no upfront cost. So Hydra retrofits these existing trucks at no upfront cost without sacrificing any performance in terms of power, range, or payload. And in exchange, Hydra gets an exclusive agreement to supply hydrogen fuel at a cost that is lower than diesel, providing the fuel savings and emission reductions. So there's no loss in power or torque, no loss in payload, as I've already mentioned, and you guys can see that from our testing results. This retrofit is basically just adding a hydrogen computer that talks to the diesel computer with some hydrogen tanks and hydrogen injectors. And this basically co-combusts with the diesel, so it is a gaseous fuel. And then Hydra's business model is to go with and capture some hydrogen, waste hydrogen. And as Maggie touched on this a bit earlier, in BC, this is considered green hydrogen, and it's also, I guess, considered white hydrogen because it is a byproduct. So we will expand this business model at a more cost-effective manner. We include hydrogen for electrolysis. It meets our renewable gas content by reducing carbon tax as well. Our first project is 65 dual fuel hydrogen semi-trucks. Our first station, the first hydrogen station, is actually would be the largest in the world. And now it's about six times larger than the fueling station currently in Shanghai. And yeah, I'm open to questions.
I think we still have some questions regarding the previous slides. So does anybody have questions for Badr around hydrogen as a service? And any questions from our panel, Maggie or David?
Well, yeah, I got a question, Badr. I'm wondering, are you guys open to expanding your business model to actually sell the kits so that this could go a little farther, a little faster? I just wonder.
No, currently we're just exploring the business model around basically where we have hydrogen supply, and we're not expanding the business model at the moment to just sell the kits on their own. It kind of comes as a package.
There's a quick question of. There's a quick question about, will you be expanding to the U.S. or just keeping to the Canadian market for now?
Yes, no, we are exploring. Yes, we will be expanding to. Yes, we're exploring those similar kind of waste hydrogen potentials with chemical manufacturers all over.
And Maggie, your next question.
So what I was thinking is that it, and I know you said no, but what I'm thinking is if you if you actually sold your kits, that would enable the chicken and an egg problem to be solved in a lot more places. You know, because what I love about your tech is that if there's no hydrogen around, the trucks just swap over to diesel all by themselves. It's like a Prius, you know, like a Prius does. Like you don't even have to press a button. And if we had that in places where we're trying to put in fueling stations, in the stage between where we have just a few fueling stations and a whole bunch, that would be such an awesome advantage for actually kicking off the hydrogen chicken and egg problem.
Correct. So I guess our biggest concern a lot of times is if the kits isn't sold in an area where there is hydrogen on both ends, then the idea behind saving fuel costs won't work the same way. So it would be on a I guess a different basis for that reason. So this is why at the moment we're just keeping it towards hydrogen as a service to be able to ensure that they can get the reduced fuel costs.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. It's just that, like here in Alberta, for example, we got to put hydrogen stations in, right? And if we had access to your tech, then we could have retrofit the old fleets with hydrogen diesel biofuel, and it would eliminate the hydrogen anxiety because we haven't got enough fuel stations yet. And then if we had your kits as well, it actually makes the existing fleet useful in terms of being able to use hydrogen. And then those people are really get used to it. And then the next truck they buy could be a full hydrogen fuel cell truck. So that's my rationale.
No, that's true. I've actually we've worked we've been in touch with David actually Lazelle here to do a pilot project on that in Alberta. We just it's just he asked me the question is, are we selling our sex immediately our kits today? And it's just not as it stands today, but we are working on a pilot with David to address that issue. So it is a good point.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Good to hear, Badr. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Badr.